Hello everyone, this is Makiko from Reiki Love. How are you today? Now, one of the questions I often get from awakened or awakening individual is the following. How do I know I am moving toward a right direction? Which material, which person, which teaching, which method I should try first? Which is a quite valid, excellent question. Because so many material, so many things out there. Just type in Google Ascension or any type of that terminology. A zillion things comes up. It all has some point that seem to make sense, but yet there's some part of your mind and body say, not sure, is this for me? Am I going to get sucked into this teaching and belief system? And then you start to dig into farther down a spiral, and you keep asking the analytical question where, what is the belief system? And what is ascension? What is good for me? And who I am? Those are all good questions. But we have to start from somewhere. We also need to be grounded. Yes, it's a balance. But there are a lot of people out there are super motivated healing, highly motivated to move toward the ascension. And nothing wrong with it. So I will tell you what I learned because I am very analytical, but also very spiritual. And I like to do a lot of research. So at least you could cut the corner, so to say, take some learning from me, and perhaps you could apply it if it feels right to you. And I will tell you how you know when you're doing things right. Okay? It is quite simple, but not necessarily easy to act on it every day. But here it is. The quickest way to move toward ascension is to follow your heart and not mind or brain. In order for you to know which one or which way, which material or teaching to choose for you at this momentous time, is to feel your heart. Let's say you have a choice A, choice B. You don't know which way you like to go or right for you. That could be a person, could be a teaching, whatever it is. You will write it down, or you will think of that path and notice how your heart reacts. It is important. Response of the heart. This is just you need to be yourself and feel it. When you think of option A, your heart feel expanding in a way, the graceful and an ever grateful way, or your heart contract and put you under some type of stress, anxiety, or tightness in the chest. That is your subconscious, your higher self, with telling you that is a one way to teach and tell you which one likely you will be succeed and good for you. Ah, how simple. How will the people take this and just run with it? But then some of you come back or stay and looking at me and say, well, I don't feel my heart. What's wrong with me? And no need to panic. Because of this social programming and environmental noise and all the junk going around your energetic field, it is so easy to shut it down and protect your heart so strong, so much, so long that you begin not to, or you actually decided not to feel your heart. It's a protective mechanism because it's too much. Likely you are empathic. You probably feel everything, anything, or whatever the people next to you or next neighbor are feeling and thinking experience. So one time or at some point, you decided to cut it off for your survival. However, if you are motivated to go forward with this path, it is a must to open up your heart. Maybe some healing required, or maybe just a conscious effort. But this is the quickest way to know which way, which path at the momentous time. So I decided to have a heart journal. And I started this type of journaling many points of my life. I have half dozen of journals going on at any momentous time. Because none of those notebook or journals seem to satisfy my needs. So I decided to make it myself. I picked one of the most inspirational cover, such as like this. And then I have a subcategory of all the things I like to track. There's a specific section of heart. There's a specific section of tracking my emotion as an observer. It is important to write down those things. It's not because for record, it's not only because you could go back and measure it. When you write the words and thought onto the piece of paper using your own hand, is a couple of things are happening. First of all, you are translating abstract and energy into some type of a form, which is a word, and you are actually manifest it on a physical time and space and writing it down into visual, sustainable form. You are actually transforming cities of energy into more solid and mass, which is a different type of energy. At this point, you already trigger the part of your bodily system signaling your body that you've done something. You practically activated certain portion of your DNA. Now, by repeating this process, going back to what you wrote and reflect upon where you are now or what you have done, that process itself will further enhance that activation. And by just doing this, you will feel it, you will notice it, you will see the shift. So congratulate yourself when you feel it and you write that down again. Eventually, that will become evidence for you to know who you are, where you are at, what you have done, how well you've done, and become your strengths. Become it's your inner power and nobody else's. So start the heart journal, especially for those who hasn't talked to your heart, and who hasn't felt your heart, and who need additional care and healing for the heart. You won't regret it. Try it. If you don't want to do it yourself, join me in an event and heart journaling meetup. Hope to see you there soon. Bye-bye.